Buenos dias, amigas. So today we are going to be focusing on hip mobility and hip flexibility. So we're going to start on our bums. We're going to have our hands behind our back. We're going to start with our feet wide. So the wider your feet, the harder it's going to be. If they're closer, it's going to be easier. And we're just going to bring our knees side to side. So we're coming into a 90-90 with both of our knees. So 90-90 meaning that our knees are both at a 90-degree angle. So push your knees down to the floor and then just hold it for one breath and then just move it to the side. Just a nice little hip warm up before we get into the flow. We're going to do a kind of a hip flow today. Start off with some flexibility and then move into a flow and then end with a bit more kind of strength, flexibility kind of stuff. It's going to be fun. So now we're just going to hold our knees to the left. So our left leg is in front. We're going to bring our hands off the floor. And from here, again, our knees are both at 90-degree angles. And we're just going to place our hand either side of our left foot and we're just going to lean forwards, leading with our chest, pushing our left knee into the floor and then coming up. So leading with our chest, pushing our hips out. Think about pushing that knee to the floor and then back up. We're going to do that 5 times. So chest comes over your knee, gaze forwards, push that left knee into the floor and then come up. Take a deep breath. And then exhale when you come up. And then exhale. And then on the last one, on the 5th one, we're going to hold it for 10 seconds at the bottom. So you're going to hold the position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly come up. Now you can bring your hands behind your back, but keeping that 90-90 position again. And we're just going to push our right knee into the floor this time, just to relax our left leg a little bit. And to really fire up your right quads, your right hip a little bit by squeezing the right glute. Now bring your hands either side of your left leg again. Now we're going to be working on the internal rotation of our right foot. So this one can be quite spicy. So you're going to try and lift your right foot off the floor, but keeping your right knee on the floor. It's just going to look like this. You're going to take a deep breath and you're going to lift it up and down. So we're going to lift it up in the air for 5 seconds. We're just going to do it 3 times. This is hard, so if you can't do it, don't worry about it. Just try and lift it up as much as you can. So here, we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. And again, take a deep breath. Bring it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do one more. So inhale, exhale, push your hands to the floor, lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring your hands back around behind your back. I'm going to go back to what we did at the beginning. So easier option, you can keep your hands behind your back. Harder option, you can take your hands away and then control your knees side to side without having your hands behind your back. So choose a variation of your choice. And we're just going to do a couple each side. And we're going to move over to the right leg in front of this time. So our knees come to the right hand side. Right knee in front this time. Again, 90-90 with our legs. And we'll do exactly the same. So nice upright position. Stick your hips out, push that right knee into the floor. We're going to come over, leading with the chest. And then we're going to come back up. So 5 times like this. So leaning forwards. And then exhale, come up. So inhale, push that right knee into the floor. And exhale, come up. 2 more. And really push your hips out. Push that knee into the floor. Okay, last one now, we're going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Bring your hands behind your back. Push your left knee into the floor this time. Fire up your left glute. Feel a nice stretch in your hip and your quad. Good, take a deep breath and then come back round. Bring your hands either side of your right leg. And the same thing this time. So you're going to push our left knee into the floor and we're going to lift our left foot up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. And again, push your left knee into the floor, lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. And last one, lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands back behind your back. And we're just going to come into a 90-90 side to sides again. Holding it for 1 second. Again, you can choose the variation where you take your hands off the floor. Just do a couple more. Good, and then we're going to come back to the left side. Back into that 90-90 position. Hands on the floor. And then we're going to bring our right foot, so we're coming up into a pigeon pose. And then we're going to lift our knee into our chest. So we're in a plank position with our knee off the floor. So I'm going to take my jumper off for this. So sorry, back into that plank position, knee into your chest. And from here, you're going to go straight into a downward dog, one-legged downward dog. Now you drive your left up to the sky. We're going to bend our knee now, so we come to a split dog. So you're bringing your heel to your right glute. And now we're going to make a nice big circle while in this position. So you're leading with your knee, and you're making a nice big circle, opening up that hip. We're just going to do 3 one way, and then we're going to swap directions, and we're going to do 3 the other way. So now make the circle as big as possible. Nice big circles. And then bring your knee back into your chest. Drop your foot to the floor. Right knee comes to the floor. Come into a lunge position. So bring your hands on your head like you're sunbathing. And we're just going to bring our gaze up to the sky. Push our hips forward. Coming into a little bit of a back bend here. Good. Now place your hands on the floor. Bring them inside your left foot. And from here, you can either just stay there or you come into a lizard position. And we're just going to rock side to side. Just for a few breaths here. Remember to breathe. Again, you can just stay on your hands if that's too much on your elbows. Now with your left hand, you're going to reach forwards as much as you can, keeping your foot on the outside. And then you're going to reach up on the inhale. And then you're going to reach all the way back, aiming for that right foot. Take hold of it if you can. If you can't, don't worry, just aim for it. And try and hold your foot there without grabbing it if you can't grab it. If you grab it, grab it. And then again, bring your foot down, bring your arm all the way around, reach forwards again. Reach as far and as low as you can. And then you're going to inhale, take a deep breath, bring your hand back around, aim for that foot again, hold it here. I'm going to do one more, so bring your hand, let go of your foot, bring your hand up and around, lean forwards, get as low as you can, and then bring it up and around, take a deep breath, aim for that foot, take hold of it. And then take hold of that foot, bring your hand up to the sky, bring it back down to the floor. And now we're just going to drive our hips back, so we're coming into a half split. And then we're just going to rock forwards back. So we're going to floss into this position. So going back into the half split, and then bending our left leg into a lunge position, but keeping our hands on the floor and trying to keep our chest on our quad, so our left quad if you can. And when we're in this half split position, I want you to try and walk your hands forward as much as you can and then lean forwards. So when you come back, walk your hands forward as much as you can and then come back. So just do a few more here. And then heel toeing your left foot in between your hands. Hands come back up to the sky, coming back into that sun waving position. Take a deep breath here. And then we're going to place our hand on the floor, heel toe your left foot in. You're going to come up into a lunge, and then we're going to bring our knee back into our chest. Now from here, you're going to bring your left foot to your right side. And we're going to lift our right hand up to the sky, so we're coming into a fallen triangle position. Hold it here. And then place your hand back down to the floor, bring your knee back into your chest. Now this time, your left foot is going to come out to the side, to your left side, out straight or bent. And then you're just going to bring your hips down to the floor. So if you see, face on, my leg is like that, my hips are down. Or you can bend your leg here, if that's a bit more comfortable. So just hold in this position here. And then bring your hips back up, come up to the balls of your right foot, bring your knee back into your chest, and we're going straight back into that one-legged dog that we started off. Come into a split dog, so your heel comes to your right glute, drive your knee up to the sky, keep pushing your hands to the floor, keep your hip facing down. And we're just going to hold it here, take a deep breath, and then exhale, place it down, wag your tail, heel toe your feet, and we're going to come up into the other leg now. So you can take a little rest if you need to, maybe walk your hands forward, drop your chest to the floor, go into a little puppy pose. Okay, when you're ready, walk your hands forward between your knees. Come into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, draw your hips nice and high. Now bring your right foot up to the sky. Come bending into that split dog position. So your right heel, comes to your left glute this time. Now making a big circle with our knee, driving it up to the sky, all the way round, as big as you can. You're going to do 3 reps the one way, and then we're going to swap directions, 3 the other way. Perfect. Nice. Big circles. 1 more. And then you're going to drive your knee into your chest, place your right foot down to the floor, bring your left knee on the floor. Hands come up to the sky, coming into that sunbather pose. Little back bend here. Hold it here. Take a deep breath. Now heel toe your foot out. Bring your hands inside your right foot. Again, you can just hold this position with your hands here, or you can come onto your elbows. And we're just going to rock side to side, loosen up that hip. Take a deep breath for our nose and out for our nose. Oh, I just remembered I've got no eggs. I was excited for some egg on toast and I got no bloody eggs. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so come up onto your hands. So you're going to inhale, you're going to reach forwards. You're going to bring your hand up to the sky, and then you're going to reach all the way back. Try and aim for that foot. Hold it here. If you can't hold your foot, don't worry, just hold it here. So you're working on that strength of your hamstring to hold your foot up. And then place your foot down, bring your hand back around. Reach it forward as much as you can, as low as you can and as far as you can. And then reach back up. Aim for that foot. Inhale through your nose. Out through your nose. Let go of the foot. Reach your hand back around. 1 more here. Reach forward, low as you can. And then back up. Reach for that foot again. And then let go of the foot. Bring your hand around. And we're going to come back into that half split position. Let your hands walk forward. Try and keep your chest on your thigh. And then walking forwards with your hands as much as you can. And then we're just going to floss back and forth from the lunge to the half split. So try and keep your hands on the floor, and then just bend into that right leg, and then driving your hips back. Again, when you're in this half split position, let your head just drop, and keep reaching your hands forward as much as you can. So bend into that leg, and then straighten it back out. We're just going to stay here for a few reps, flossing out that hip, working that hamstring. Okay, one more. Now frame your right foot. You're going to come up onto the balls of your left foot. Now bring your knee into your chest. We're in a plank position, knee into chest. Now you're going to let your right foot go to your left side. You're going to bring your left hand up to the sky. So we're coming into a fallen triangle position. Hold it here. Now press your left hand to the floor. Bring your knee back into your chest. We're going to come into, so your right foot now is going to come up to your right side. Your hips are going to come down. And you can either straighten your leg or you can bend it like this, whichever is more comfortable. We're just going to hold this position. And then if you find it more comfortable to bend it, then come back into the one-legged plank, then do so. And I'm just going to drive our hips right back up. So we're coming into that one-legged dog again. Coming into a split dog. So driving your heel to your left glute this time. Try and keep your hips down. Open up your armpits, bringing that chest to your thigh. And then place your foot down. Walk your feet into your hands. And we're going to come into a yogi squat. So coming into a yogi squat, doesn't matter how low you can go. Elbows on inside your knee, hands to your chest. Now we're going to finish off with a bit of strength work, so flexibility and strength. So you're going to start with your feet in a narrow position. You're going to take your hands underneath your feet, or bring your 2 fingers, wrap it around your big toes. And then you're going to try and keep your chest on your thighs, and then you're just going to lift your hips up. So try and keep your chest as close to your thigh as possible. Now from here, keeping your hands on your feet, you're just going to heel toe your feet out slightly, and then we're going to come back into that yogi squat. So each time we do this, we're going to get that a little bit further away. So again, bring your hips up, gaze down, legs straight, heel toe your feet out, and then again coming back into that squat. So getting a little bit wider now. Bring your hips back up, a little bit wider again. So you're going to get to that point where you can't go any wider, and that's where I just want you to stay in the same stance and then just go up and down. So hips come high, again, go a little bit wider. And when you get a little bit wider, you might want to move your hands back into your chest like this, and don't worry about bringing your elbows on your knees, just bring it here, nice upright position. And again, bring your chest down, hips up, heel toe. So we're going to be slowly coming into what a horse stance will look like. So a horse stance is when your feet are wide and your knees are out and your chest is up. So bring your hips up, gaze down. If you can go a little bit further, go a little bit further. I think this is about me. I can't go any further than this. Hold it here, and then stay in the same position. Drive your hips up. So kind of like in a pancake position now, a folded pancake. And then come back up, coming into that squat, hold it here. Now we're going to hold it here for 5 seconds. So take a deep breath. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hips up, bring your hips out, let it fold over again. Move your hips side to side maybe. Let your head just drop. And we're going to do that again. So coming up, coming into that squat position, nice wide stance. Hands on your chest. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into that forward fold. Drive your hips out, let your gaze just come down. And we're going to do one more. And again, horse stance position. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Come back into that pancake position. Maybe bring your feet in a bit closer if you want. We're just going to hold it here for a breath. And then just heel toe your feet in. Bring your hands underneath your feet, and we're just going to come into an elephant walk. So let your head just drop. One leg bent, one leg straight. Really push your hip out to the side when you do this. Just flossing out our hamstrings. After that, grueling a little bit. Let your head drop. And then just come back into that yogi squat position. Maybe move your feet, sorry, your knees side to side, trying to bring them over your toes. And just relax here. And then just come onto your bottom, bring your hands behind your back. And there we have it, our hip mobility and flexibility. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. And I will be doing it again next week. Well, not hip mobility next week, it'll be something different. But if you have any requests, please comment in the box below. That would be really helpful. Well, have a lovely day, and I'll see you next week. Mwah!